Broncos Country, I've missed you. It's been a while. Well, it's actually only been 5 days. It just feels like that because we did not have any Broncos football on Sunday. This was a mini bye week for Denver as we're coming off a very, very impressive win over the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans last Thursday night, and we still have 5 more days to go before we're back on the field. But that comes with good things because it means that we may just be getting back some key players as we go into our next game against Carolina. Guys, this is the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast here on the Orange and Blue Network and on the MHRT Network. Why don't we just get right down to it?
Smooth, the pins to chew, breaking down plays about to debut. Denver pride in every view. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Bright lights of my heart in our view. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. From draft picks to game reviews, celebrating wins, analyzing the clues. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. No orange and blue.
Nothing rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast.
Oh! What is up, Broncos Country, and how you doing, Orange and Blue crew? Welcome to the bye week, the mini bye week installment of the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast here on Orange and Blue Network and here on MHRT Network. I'm Johnny Baki, the Mile High Viking, and with me, as he always is, my cousin, my childhood best friend, Jay the Denver Dream Weaver!
What's up? What's up, party people? Saw, bro.
Saw, bro.
Oh, dude. It was a good sign to like.
Uh-oh.
Back to it this.
I'm not sure if I'm having connectivity issues or if you are, Jay. What is going on? It's like Isaiah's here.
Really have no problems. Give me one hot sec.
Hold on, I'm not sure. Yeah, I got you back.
All right. Well, that was weird.
So,
sorry. I should be okay now.
Okay, I was gonna say it's like having Isaiah here right now.
Wah.
Oh, I'm a monster.
You're a monster.
Mamma mia.
So anyway, what were you saying? Because I completely lost you there for a minute.
Oh, so just did some yard work on Sunday. You know, some housely chores as we got the nice little mini bye week. But did some watching of the NFL. It was nice to just kind of sit back and watch other teams play. So
it was, yeah. I was similar. You know, I was pretty much just chilling. Took my family to church, got some Jesus in our life, and then spent the rest of the day, like you said, both Saturday and Sunday, just watching some football. It was a good football week for the Baki clan here. I mean, you got the Broncos destroying the Saints, then my wife's Mizzou Tigers made a fourth quarter comeback at 17 points down to win their homecoming game against Auburn, and then of course, later that evening, the CU Buffs got their win.
Right.
And
that's right. And most importantly, Nebraska got their ass beat. So,
not just
a great weekend.
No, dude, they got bent over a knee and spanked until their butt was red. I mean, it was
what a great weekend.
It was a their butts were as red as their jerseys by the end of that one. So
Yeah.
it was it was a good week for football, for at least for me, man. But yeah, didn't do a whole lot. Now I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you and all of you in the Orange and Blue crew while I've got the American League Finals going on right now. Right now it looks like the Dodgers are up 4-1 in the bottom of the third inning. So that's Dodgers just may be heading to the World Series.
I hate the Dodgers. I'm going to be a Yankees fan, even though I don't think there's a right answer in that discussion because, like, I can't stand any of them, but I guess I'm a Yankee fan for that.
Well, right now, my boy, my former Cardinal, Edman, Tommy Edman, he just hit a home run. So, I may not be a Dodgers fan, but I love Tommy Edman, and good for him. So, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to be rooting for either one. I can't bring myself to root for the Yankees, but I also can't bring myself to root for the Dodgers. And I don't want it to be a New York versus New York World Series. I don't want
Subway Series? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm hoping the Dodgers go, and I'm hoping it's Yankees versus Dodgers. But either way, it'll be fun to watch the World Series. And hey, we got basketball coming up in 2 days, Jay. NBA tip-off night. What?
I am so excited. Our key four is now locked in. Aaron Gordon.
We lost you again, Jay. Oh, no. Guys, we've lost him. We got D-Rock in the house saying, GP we trust. Michael Underwood saying, what up, fellas? Denver Broncos for life. Mundungus, Johnny! Oh, and Jay. Mundungus also says, Nebraska just lives rent-free in our heads. No, Mundungus, Nebraska lives rent-free in my toilet. Underwood says, ready for Nuggets season opener Thursday. Also, my birthday is on Thursday. Well, you're gonna blow out them candles and wish them to their very first W of the season, my friend. D-Rock, whoa, the Dodger slander. No, sir. And then, of course, 6'10" Mexican saying, go Bulls. No, not the Bulls. Not the Bulls. But, no, I'm with you. I right before you cut out yet again in very, very Isaiah-like fashion, you were saying we've got our big four locked up now. I'm so excited for this season, Jay. The Nuggets are going to tear it up. It's basketball time too. That's the best part. I love that at least for part of the year, I get basketball, hockey, and football all at the same time.
For sure, dude. I'm so excited for basketball season. Basketball season has a special place in my heart. And what I was saying was that I'm just so excited for AG to be locked up. And our core four to be locked up. So, like, Nuggets are locked and loaded, ready to go. We're going to get another.
We lost you again. Damn. Every time we go to talk about the Nuggets, go Big Red, we beat the Buffs, says Mundungus. Yeah, well, shit happens. Anyway, like I said, they live rent-free in my toilet. Shit happens. I don't know what's going on with your net tonight, cuz.
Yeah, let me come out. I'll come back in.
Yeah. I'll get the housekeeping out of the way while you do that. All right. So, guys, thank you for joining us tonight on the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast. We're so glad to have you. If you haven't already, I ask of you to please do us a favor. Jump on over to Orange and Blue Network. Like, subscribe, share, comment on YouTube, X, Facebook. Check out the audio version of our podcast on all your favorite platforms. Then jump on over to MHRT Network. Like, subscribe, share, comment on YouTube, X, Facebook, Twitch, MHRT's even on Instagram. So go check it out, guys. We appreciate that. Also, got to show some love to the sponsor of tonight's show, and that is Dubby Jitterless Energy Blend. You can see the link in the bio below, dubby.gg. Jump on over there and check out Dubby. Dubby is an absolutely awesome way to start your day. It has every single cup of Dubby has 2 cups of coffee worth of caffeine, but no jitters and no crash later because Dubby has no sugar. It also has no calories or maltodextrin. There's no fillers and there's no artificial colors. It's as natural as it can get. It was formulated using nothing but amino acids and B vitamins and then nootropics, including their own patented nootropic called Neurofactor that helps to keep you sharp as you go throughout your day. But because it doesn't have the sugar, you don't get the jitters or the crash later. I'm telling you, jump on over, get yourself the dub. All right, go ahead and get yourself the dub. All right, W.GG. It's delicious. Look at all these flavors, and this isn't even all that they've got. It is such good stuff. Great way to start your day, and I'm going to make your dub even sweeter because at the checkout, you're going to punch in code NRWOB10. That's NRWOB10. That will get you 10% off your order on Dubby. Guys, the Broncos got another dub. We're gonna go home to face off with Carolina, and they're gonna get another dub. And checking out Dubby, that's how you get your own dub. So thank you for that, Jay. Welcome back. I hope we got the issue fixed.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gave the hamster wheels some extra food, so hopefully my internet gets going now.
What you mean is you slipped a little bit of cocaine into its water bottle, right?
Well, whatever kick starts them going here. I usually don't have internet problems. I haven't for a while, so I'm very
right. Yeah, no, don't like that. Not don't like that at all. But hey, you're back, and that's what matters. All right, guys, let's get on to it. All right, we've already talked a little bit about the World Series, NBA tip-off week. What? Oh, Thursday. I'm so freaking pumped. Oh, basketball's coming back, baby. Oh, I get football and basketball at the same time. You know, I'm shocked, Jay. I just want to say this. I'm shocked at how much more in our adult lives you are into basketball than you are hockey now. When you consider that when we were kids, not only were you like the quintessential kid and teenage Avalanche fan, but you also played hockey at a very high level, if I recall, going all the way up to almost college.
Yeah, I was a like nerd when it came to hockey. Like I knew I could recite stats crazily. I was just so entrenched in hockey, and I have kind of taken a step back. But it's Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic like made me fall in love with basketball again. I had my first love as Carmelo, and then he broke my heart, and then we had distance, and then Jokic came and gathered it again.
We can just forget that the Melo years ever happened, in my opinion, because of how bad that breakup was. Yeah. But I remember. You know that my favorite ever was getting to see Dikembe Mutombo play in person, but I also got to see Birdman, and I loved watching Birdman play too. He wasn't here long enough, in my opinion, and Billups, of course. Chauncey Billups, I was, as a CU buff fan who spent, our grandfather, in addition to his Broncos tickets, had season tickets to every Buffs basketball game as well. I can't even recount how many Buffs basketball games I went to as a kid, getting to see Chauncey Billups play in person, and then for him to come to the Nuggets. That was huge for me too. But yeah, I'm with you. Nikola Jokic reinvigorated the love of basketball for Denver fans. Him and Jamal Murray together, I think, kind of really stepped that up. So anyway, it's good to have it back. I'm so pumped. 2 days, we get to watch some basketball. Mundungus says, Jay using that Isaiah internet.
It's rough stuff, man. Rough sledding. I know what it feels like now.
It is. But hey, we get to talk Broncos tonight. So it's been weird. We've had 5 days since the last time we watched the Broncos play, and we have to wait 5 more to watch them play again. It's always strange when we get these mini bye weeks, thanks to Thursday night football. But hey, we did what we were supposed, what we should have done, and that's win during a short week. You know what I mean? Like, if there was truly concern, I would have found it more in being concerned we would lose in the short week than in the long week. We came out of a short week and still kicked their butts, and it was a thing of beauty.
I was just curious, and I just want to open up.
Hold on. You're curious, and then you cut out. Hold on. We'll wait for you to rejoin us. There you are. you're back. You were curious, and then
Yeah, the whole Andy Dalton news, if you can shed some light on that.
so it looks like, and prayers, prayers for him and his family, and prayers for his dog. Looks like Andy Dalton and his entire family, his wife, his kids, and his dog were in. I don't know how serious of a car accident, but serious enough to make the news. In Charlotte, tonight, actually, earlier tonight. Don't have any real updates as far as I can tell on injuries or
serious enough, Johnny, that I wanted to see where the spread went and see how Vegas felt about that.
Oh boy,
the degenerate in me. So before that was announced, it was a 7.5 point spread for us in favor. Now it's jumped all the way to 9. So we're 9-point favorites. That's a massive line for an NFL game.
Wow, that's
very surprising.
That's nuts, man.
It is. We should dominate this game. Everybody's been harping on that all week of that we have to just destroy this team.
Right. Now, what I am seeing is that Andy Dalton, neither him nor any member of his family was transported by emergency medical personnel. So that tells me that if they are injured, they're at least, it's probably superficial.
Everything's fine. Yeah.
And he is being evaluated by Panthers medical personnel. But still, big prayers. I mean, that even if there's no major physical injury, that can be a big mental injury.
What a stressful week.
Right? Yeah. So big prayers up for Andy Dalton. But yeah, if we're going up against Chase Young, Chase Young, right?
No,
Bryce Young. Oh my God, Bryce Young.
Chase Young's defensive end.
Chase Young, Chase. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. I got the Young right, damn it.
It is.
I mean, that's how forgettable that rookie is right now.
But he sucks.
He really does. If we have to go up against Bryce Young, oh my gosh. We're gonna trample the Panthers better than we did in Super Bowl 50, baby.
I mean, I know that he has a special place in your heart. I was never fond on him, but it is the Josie Jewell revival game because Josie Jewell comes back being a Carolina Panther. He's the only notable person on their defense.
I know. Oh, it makes me so sad, man. I loved Josie, and I was shut it. I was so sad to see him leave. You're you disgust me. You disgust me.
Bruh. You know my opinion on middle linebackers.
I think that it's a very underrated position. Thank you.
Bruh. You're killing me, Smalls.
Anyway, moving on. Yes, it will be the return of Honey Bear to the Mile High City, and I hope he gets the love from Broncos Country, regardless of the uniform he's wearing, that he deserves. So there. All right, now. But after what we did to the Saints, we had a really, really good game against the Saints. I rewatched it now a couple of times. I've had plenty of time to rewatch the highlights and even the lowlights of that game. And I'm even more after watching it again. I'm even more encouraged by what I was seeing from Bo. I was a little, I've still been high on him this whole time. But I was a little critical of him after the Saints game, saying that there were some boneheaded mistakes. Oh God. Mundungus says Josie Jewell is making as big of an impact as Damari Mathis.
Whoa. Hey.
Whoa. Kamani Dixon popping in. Fellas, what's up, Kamani? It's good to see you. D-Rock, word on the streets. Word on the streets. Strong ties to Triple Crown winner to Double Cup. That'd be interesting. Clayton Heron popping in saying, hey guys, smash that like button and share. We appreciate that love. He also says, my guys, playing outstanding football. Absolutely love it. And like Clayton said there, kind of to get back to what I was saying, is, after watching it again, I'm feeling more encouraged every week by the progress I'm seeing from Bo Nix. Is it coming as quickly as we're seeing from like Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams on their respective teams? No. But I still believe that Bo can be I still believe that Bo is the future of this team. And that, you know, he's got to get his happy feet a little under control. Not just in scrambling the ball as often as he does. I mean, how many weeks now in a row is he at least the second highest rusher on this team? I mean, but I'm talking more like I'm talking more like getting his feet planted before he passes the ball. Because a lot, I've been noticing, and I, thanks to other people pointing it out or watching it myself, that when he has those errant passes that, could spell disaster, or they're just a little off, or they're dropping at the feet of a receiver or something like that instead of into his arms, his feet aren't planted when he's throwing the ball. He's trying too hard to play Patrick Mahomes football and do everything while his feet are moving. So, and in those moments too, I've noticed that when he's having those happy feet, often there's still plenty of time. He still has plenty of time. He has plenty of coverage. He could plant his feet and make the pass. That's just got to get trained out of him. Call it nerves or just call it inexperience, whatever you want. But that's something you can train on, and they will, and they are, because it's happening, less and less each week. At least in my opinion. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I kind of said this post game, and I think going over film and looking at the game as a whole, Sean Payton opened up the entire playbook. We finally saw middle of the field. We saw route combinations we haven't seen at all this whole season. So
crossing routes, drag routes. I mean,
yeah. So it was more of, this was the first game Bo Nix truly didn't have the training wheels on, and he looked uncomfortable, not because obviously his mechanics were off, but I feel like it was more of a mental toll. It's more like if you're really struggling on a test and you're really finicky and really churning yourself mentally, you're bouncing your knee, you're physically jolting because you just can't focus in on everything. You're a little overwhelmed mentally. And I think we saw the first game where Bo Nix was a little overwhelmed mentally. Whereas before we had a dumbed down playbook so that he could just play smooth. And that's a good thing and a bad thing.
It seemed like he was struggling more in that, though.
But it's a good thing for Sean Payton to finally give him it and say, let's get these kinks out. It makes no sense in development of a quarterback to, dumb it down for him and not let him see a full slate of a playbook.
Yeah.
And it doesn't disservice to our whole offense.
Absolutely.
That's how you're going to have to beat Baltimore in Baltimore, Kansas City in Kansas City, is the full slate of Sean Payton.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with you. And, I don't know if you remember it, but first of all, for those that didn't watch it all, we had a full Orange and Blue Network takeover for game day for Thursday Night Football this last week. We hosted, as we always do, the pregame show, the Bucky Feelings Game Day show. Then we hosted the neighborhood, which, by the way, the fan base that showed up in the chat for the neighborhood was absolutely insurmountable, unbelievable. I was so excited, and thank you all so much for being part of that. Then we hosted the post game. But I don't know if you recall, Jay, during the pregame show, we were giving our keys, our keys to the game. And what was my offensive key to the game was for Sean Payton to let the leash out a little bit on Bo Nix. I didn't say take him off the leash, just extend it a bit. Give him a little more room to run, or to move with it, And he did exactly that. We saw Bo Nix suddenly able to, like you said, opening up the playbook, doing things we haven't gotten to see yet, and a lot more complex plays, a lot less vanilla play. Yeah, things weren't as smooth, like you to your point, but we got to see a whole new side of Bo. And the more he lets him do that, the more he lets him, either have a little bit longer leash or have one of those leashes that extend, and if you got to rein him back, you can with the little button. And but you can let him run a little bit out on the leash. The more Sean Payton allows Bo to do that, the more progress I think we're going to see.
Yeah, 100%. I think everyone could agree that we were extremely disappointed in the first, say, 3 weeks of this season out of Sean Payton. Not necessarily Bo. It was Sean Payton that everyone had a problem with. And we were reminded, oh, wait, we actually have a really good play caller. He just has strategically not been showing his best hand.
And the thing is, and the thing is, I don't know. Yeah, this is the fans and experience, myself included, in that understanding how you acclimate a young rookie, field general to being to being in that position. You don't just. I mean, I was always a firm believer in just, I want my kids to swim, throw them in the deep end, swim, bitch.
By fire.
But, but at the same time, I don't think that Bo is the kind of player that would benefit from that. I don't. He had a lot of experience college-wise, but I feel like he needs to kind of work his way into things. He seems like that kind of person to me. He's, Jaden Daniels, God bless him. He didn't, they threw him into the deep end and he swam, and Caleb Williams, pretty much the same thing too. Again, I would love to point out that neither one of them have really faced off against really tough defenses yet this season.
Well, and mark my words, I said it at the beginning of the year, Jalen Daniels was going to get hurt the way he plays. And mark my words again, if we continue to let Bo play the way he plays right now without trying something different, he will get hurt as well. 75 yards on the ground for a quarterback is not a recipe for long-term success.
No.
It's great.
Here's the thing, though. We say that. I think it also depends on the quarterback that's doing it. Because we look at, real quick, before I go into that, we have Mundungus popping in saying, I love the positivity on this show. It's been a rough night, so it's awesome to just be here, or to be able to sit here and enjoy. Love you guys. We love you too, big guy.
Absolutely. Even though you're a Husker fan, I love you still.
Yes. We have D-Rock saying, Bo is our Taysom Hill, and I'm here for it. I love it. Although, don't know if you noticed that Taysom Hill, the tight end, was inactive against the Broncos this last week as well. I didn't realize that he had been designated a tight end until I saw their injury report. And I was like, Taysom Hill. Okay. Kamani Dixon, I am late. Would y'all consider this a trap game?
Yes, I actually would.
It would definitely be in the definition of a trap game. But I really think that the Panthers are so awful, even with their starters, and now they're so beat up that I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think we got this.
Let me ask you this, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a coincidence that we saw Sean Payton flex his play calling muscles against New Orleans. Is there a possibility that he goes back to his old ways of conservative play calling, and he just wanted to, ball out against his former team, and now he's going to go back to all right, let's peel it back another layer here again.
I hadn't even considered that as a possibility, but I mean, I guess it is, of course, a possibility. I like to think that Sean Payton is smart enough to see what was put on the field, whether it be, from the sideline or watching film, over a 10-day period, getting ready for this next game, to go, okay, I took the training wheels off. No reason to put them back on. I really hope.
Well, it's not like Bo totally shined in that moment.
No, he did not, but it was good enough that I think you could be, if he's intelligent, which all evidence points to Sean Payton being a very intelligent individual.
Yeah, just ask him.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, he'll say he's the smartest man alive. But regardless of that, he's a smart guy. Okay. He's got to be. He's a head coach in the NFL. He's got to be a very intelligent person. The product is on the field. The product is on the tape now. The proof is in the pudding. Okay. So I don't see any reason that he would go back. Now, if he does, well, I'm sure the media will let him know in their post-game presser, why did we go back?
We'll have words.
There will be words for him. It's not like he's just going to get away scot-free if he does that. I don't think that's going to be the case, though. But where was I at? I was talking about
Is this a trap game?
No, before that. It was before that. I lost my train of thought, and I'm so sorry, you guys. I was making a point, and I totally dropped the ball on it, but it is what it is.
This is a pivotal game before the trade deadline. The rumors are flying everywhere.
Yes.
A lot of rumors.
Yes.
I mean, there's some things involve the Broncos, some don't. For Cooper Kupp, for a lot of other different tight end options for us. I think with what we saw out of Lucas Kroll last game, I'd like to at least continue to see over the middle opportunities for him, because
sure
will probably be a healthy scratch once again. So I want to see something out of the tight end room. I don't know about you.
I do. I'll get to that. The train got back on the tracks. I remember what I was talking about. You brought up Bo running the ball and how that's not sustainable. Yeah. And I had said, however, I agree with you to a degree. However, I think it also depends on the quarterback themselves. We say it's not sustainable. However, we do see at least one quarterback in this league with whom that is literally an integral part of their game. And they would not have the success that they do without it. And that of course is Lamar Jackson, which, I mean, big on him. What a game out of Lamar Jackson and the Ravens last night. Woo! Monday Night Football. That was a intense showing by the Ravens. My butthole clenched up a little bit knowing that we got them coming up in just a couple weeks. But
Derrick Henry is scary.
Derrick Henry's an animal, man. I thought he was gone. I thought he was done. No, he is number one in every single category for running back in the NFL right now. Unbelievable. But anyway, right behind him, of course, is the running ability of Lamar Jackson. And we see that from that quarterback. And he would not be Lamar Jackson, the Lamar Jackson we know, the NFL MVP Lamar Jackson, without his running game. So with him, it's sustainable. I'm not saying it is with every quarterback, because it absolutely is not. There are definitely quarterbacks that can scramble and do from time to time, and they do it well from time to time, but it's not sustainable. However, could it not be a possibility that being able to run, especially the speeds that he does for Bo Nix, that he might not be the next, at least in terms of scrambling quarterbacks, the next Lamar Jackson in this league?
I mean, we did just talk about Taysom Hill, and Taysom Hill's a quarterback. He played quarterback in college. He's a quarterback, and Sean Payton drafted him to be a quarterback. That really was his pet project. And I mean, he may see a sliver of that in Bo. Taysom Hill's also hurt a lot. So it just scares me, because
I get that it's scary. I do get that, because it is. Every time we see them bearing down on him, once he's past that line of scrimmage, he's effectively a runner and they can get after him however they need to. I get that. But at the same time, I also, from my perspective on that, standing there watching the game, sitting here, whatever, watching the game, I see a quarterback who wants the win. Does that, you know what I mean? Like, he is willing to do whatever it takes to get his team in position to win the game. And, excuse me, bad lungs. If, he definitely needs to work on his slide down. Like, he goes forward a little too much, or tries to make the hero play a little bit too much.
Not Stop a baseball player.
Yeah. Start acting like you're sliding into third a little bit more, buddy. Okay? Foot first, slide on your butt, get it done. But I am encouraged that the leader of my team is willing to put his own physical well-being on the line in the name of winning the game for his team. And I like that. Sustainable or not, I really see who my quarterback really is. You cannot tell me that Paxton Lynch would have ever gone for that, done anything like that in the name of winning a game for the team. No, he was like, no, don't touch me. Bo's like, come after me, bro. I'm getting this first down.
And in that light, Johnny, can I have a quick squirrel moment?
Oh, squirrel.
So as we talk about the leader of your football team, Kamani comes up and says, I don't want Bo to be like Deshaun Watson. And I'm assuming he means in getting hurt. But I'm just going to take this opportunity to give one final fuck you to Deshaun Watson. And I know we don't say that on this show.
That's all right.
If there's any instance that is deservatory of that, it's that guy. That guy can suck one. Like, good riddance. I hope you never come back from your injury.
Dude can bite the big one, dude. And yeah, I'm sure that Kamani means, he even says it. Yes, getting hurt. But I also hope that Bo doesn't become Deshaun Watson in any other facet of his life.
Any other way.
Like, dude, when the clock strikes midnight and there's still girls at the party and they're drinking, just say no. Just say no. Okay? And while I get it might feel a little awkward, let the man get a male masseuse, okay? Like,
horrible human being. Don't get Bronco Bill started. He's got a whole segment on him, I'm sure.
Oh, I know. I mean, Deshaun Watson, I'm pretty sure even once Deshaun Watson's fully out of the league, Bronco Bill is going to have a permanent slot for Deshaun Watson at number 1 and Jackass of the Week on
He is the Jackass of the century.
That's what I mean. Like, there won't even, even when he's out of the NFL, his spot won't even be vacated. And he won't even need to, do anything that week. He could have stayed home all week, watching TV, and Bronco Bill's still going to be like, Jackass of the Week number 1, Deshaun Watson. Because he's Deshaun Watson.
My last thing on that is I cannot believe Jameis Winston, of all people, decided to back him and back him up in a press conference and say he was just disgusted, essentially, with the fans clapping back at him.
Oh,
what
whatever.
A disgusting organization Cleveland is. And a disgusting
Oh, please. No, he's a disgusting person. I don't care what you say. No one cares what you say, Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston wasn't relevant in this league long enough to have any opinion on anything. So, not granted, I guess neither have I, but it's okay. I'm still, if he can give his opinion, I'll give mine. And that's,
I'm sorry. I said, I need a quick squirrel moment because, that happened over the weekend, and maybe that is the sunset of us ever talking about him again. So, good riddance.
Now, to complete your question, I know we're kind of jumping all over the place tonight, guys, but this is what happens when we have a long week. We have thoughts that came to us days ago that we forgot to talk about, and then all of a sudden it hits us. 1 second. I just needed a little refreshing. Okay. To get back to your point on tight end, Lucas Kroll, we saw some good play in the middle of the field, like you said. Do we think that Lucas Kroll is the guy, though, to carry that forward?
David Parham. Why have we not
Donald?
seen?
You mean Donald?
Why have we not seen a lick of him?
He's been hurt, I think.
Well, he's good to go now, from what it looked like. I mean, I guess we don't get injury updates on practice squad, but he's never even been elevated.
And that's the point I made the other day was where is Donald Parham? Why did we even bother making that trade? I mean, I don't know, but it wasn't a trade. We just signed him, didn't we?
Just signed. He got released. Wonder if he can't pass it.
But I mean, I always liked what I saw out of Parham when he was on the Chargers.
I don't care who it is. We just need to give opportunities to that positional group because the playbook is sorely missing that slot.
Unless, of course, your name is Pantene Pro V. I'm sorry, Greg Dulcich. Because healthy scratch now, 3 weeks in a row?
Yep.
And for good reason. Dude, you were the great hope that we had, and you broke my heart.
Yeah,
and
of a draft pick.
For real, dude. I mean, you know what? What is it with the Denver Broncos drafting injury-prone, tight ends who were supposed to be the answer and just turned out to be the biggest draft bust of all time.
Well, I mean, as soon as we drafted him, the first thing I thought of was Jake Butt.
That's what I'm saying.
Jake Butt was supposed to be him, and same exact scenario happened essentially.
Yeah, exact. It's literally pure, like Pantene Pro V is pure deja vu to the drafting of Jake Butt to the Broncos. I hate it. But it is what it is. Moving on, I'll be okay. I am so sorry, you guys. These lungs, man, I get going and I just can't stop coughing, and I apologize.
So another positive to glean from the recent trends here has been Troy Franklin. And I keep wanting to highlight and hammer home the point of the connection between Bo and Troy Franklin. And I want to see more. I want more. And we're getting, I mean, every week it seems like he's getting a different kind of route thrown to him. They're giving him more and more responsibility and more opportunity. I just want to see more volume for it.
And the thing is, I think just like Bo, he needed time. And we as Broncos country we were feeling very impatient but the two of their connection in college, we're like, well, you should be, catching every single pass that throws your way because you're familiar with it. But the fact is, it's really hard to truly quantify how you can't quantify how long it takes individual players to acclimate to a new, not just a new system, but literally a new style of play. And I don't mean a style of play in terms of that team. I'm talking college to NFL. Okay. I've said it on this show before, and I will say it, and I say it all the time. The worst team you will play in the NFL is equivalent to the best team you ever played in college.
Oh yeah, by a lot.
And so the pace is faster. It's different. The schemes are a lot. People, I don't know who else has ever actually seen a college playbook, like sat and been able to look at one and then looked at an NFL playbook. And you can be like, holy crap. Like, college playbooks are usually about this thick.
Well, I mean, it can go on a cardboard cutout, essentially, on this.
Yeah. Yep, a cardboard cutout. They're like this thick, and they're vanilla as hell. You get to the NFL, those books, NFL playbooks are like a freaking novel, dude.
And especially Sean Payton.
Especially Sean Payton's. And they're complicated. And like I said, the pace is different. The rules are different. Every bit of it is different. And so every player is going to acclimate at a different pace. We saw it took about 6 weeks for Troy Franklin to really get comfortable. Now he's looking more and more comfortable every time we're seeing him.
But
we lost you. Oh, go. We got you back.
We're in any position to like start trading Sutton away, right? Because I've heard a lot of rumors of that.
In a good position for it? No, not at all. But doesn't mean it won't happen. I don't know.
San Francisco is salivating at getting someone now that Ayuk is out.
Right? Yeah.
And Sutton's right up their alley. So
tell you what,
doesn't happen.
We'll give you Cortland Sutton. You give us George Kittle. How about that?
I'd do that. I'd do that in a heartbeat. I doubt they would, but
they would not. No. And I got to meet George Kittle earlier this year. He was really cool. I'd love to have him in Denver. Met him at a Nashville Predators game of all places. But it was he was a really cool dude. But I lost my train of thought there. I don't know. I don't think we're in any position right now to trade Cortland Sutton anywhere. Regardless of how productive he's been, which is not as productive as we would want him to be.
And the development of others. Like, we still have Reynolds on IR. Who knows when he'll come back from his, I think, fractured finger? I think he's got a fractured finger or something.
He can't come back any sooner than week 10. So, Now, speaking of players coming back from injury, however, there's been no confirmation that Patrick Surtain will suit up against Carolina.
I think he'll be back.
I think so. But I mean, but you know how Sean Payton plays things close to the vest. There was really no, what's the word I'm looking for? No confirmation on his status right now. When
He's
asked about it,
as of
yeah.
today.
Yeah.
So him and Palchevsky, I saw, were both questionable still. And I would love to have Palchevsky back, but I don't know where he fits in now that McGlinchey's back.
He gives us depth.
He played
gives
very
us
well
offensive
last
line depth.
week.
He did, and I was very impressed by that, considering how poorly he looked in the weeks leading up to his injury.
And
before Palchevsky took over.
I will say there is a hidden agenda from a lot of Broncos Twitter that wants Alex Forsythe to be the starting center. Like, there's a lot of headwind for that, actually, because he's played extremely well in the run game. Like, enough to counteract his badness on a pass pro. So,
I guess you got to look at it taking the good with the bad. With one center, you've got great pass pro. With the other, you've got great run blocking. And you just got to pick which is going to be more important to your game that day, I suppose. I mean, what can you do? Because Forsythe doesn't get any better at pass pro, and Luke Wattenberg ain't getting any better, apparently, at run blocking. We can honestly say Javonte Williams, running off of Alex Forsythe, has looked a lot better these last few weeks.
I was going to say, you run the hot hand, in my opinion. If we have another game of stellar running and we have another, great outing, there's no reason to mess with success. I don't care if
now I'll present to you a question. I'm going to present you with a question because I didn't play offensive line ever. I played on the offense, but I didn't play as offensive line. Which do you think it's easier to learn? Or to get better at? To get better at pass protection or to get better at run blocking?
I would think it's easier to get better at run blocking. Pass pro is, I think, a little more complex of picking up blitzes and picking up specific, defensive line patterns. Whereas run blocking, you're the one setting the pace. You're not reacting to the defense as much. It's just here's where our run is coming from, and that's
what I think too. But that's where I start to worry about Alex Forsythe. Is that I feel like Luke Wattenberg could learn to be better, easier at run blocking than it would be for Alex Forsythe to get better at pass pro.
Probably not wrong.
So I ultimately, you know what? I trust in the Paytons. Yeah, I trust in Sean Payton to make the right decision as to who's going to be at center, going forward.
Sure.
And we'll just have to see, I suppose. Kamani popping in saying, I agree. I want to see more from Franklin after 2 more games. Then I will be a believer in Troy Franklin. Okay. I can get on board with that. It absolutely is.
He's a rookie and he's made some uh-ohs. Like, there's been some significant Franklin uh-ohs. So I get people's trepidation on him.
Yeah. Kamani also popping in saying, I would keep PS2 out until the Ravens game.
Do we need him to beat the Panthers? Honestly?
No, we don't. But in my opinion, we absolutely don't. Riley Moss is still just playing stellar football. And let's see, we had Levi Wallace in there for a while against the Saints. And then we had Damari Mathis before he got hurt.
True.
Which I haven't been able to find anything. Did we find any updates on? He's fine.
He's good. Yep.
All right.
He's good.
That's good news. We had I guess we'll see. I could see the argument to keep PS2 out as well, but if he wants to play, I wouldn't say no to the guy. Also, let him get, he's had a long break. I mean, he got hurt during the Chargers game, was out, out 2 games basically. Early. Oh, first play of the game. First play of the game. And so he's basically already had 2 games out. Going into the Ravens game, I think I might want him to have some momentum to build on. I'm not saying that he needs it because he is the best cornerback in the NFL. But, you send him one more game. That's 3 games that he hasn't played, and he'll be going up against the Ravens. And the Ravens offense is no joke. Like, not that our defense is a joke. Our defense is, bar none, in my opinion, best defense in the NFL all around. However, I think I might want him to have a little time on the field before he just jumps in against the Ravens. I don't know what you think.
Get the rust off, cobwebs for whatever it's worth, because it's full go against the Ravens. Yeah, D-Rock, that's not a bad idea. D-Rock chimes in saying just put him on a snap count. I mean, if he allows you to do that, I think that's probably best of both worlds.
Well, I mean, maybe not even just so much a snap count as do you need to be in there right now? Like, let him start the game, let him play a while. If we get out to an insane lead like we did against New Orleans, then be like, okay, man, I'm going to sit you the rest of the game just to, protect you. Play garbage time, basically. Sit your star player, let him rest up for the onslaught that will be the following week, and get Jay's honey boo boo into the game. So, Jay, you would like that. Oh, by the way, I don't owe you any.
No, you don't. You don't.
But because you're my cousin and I love you, I'm still going to send them.
Oh,
sometime.
Monty comes in and says, we need to keep our wide receivers. You never know who's going to get hurt. I wish we still had Jerry Jeudy. So, a couple things.
You can miss me on that one, buddy. I don't miss
there, Kamani.
Yeah. I don't miss Judge Judy at all.
He deserves the purgatory he is in now without quarterback in Cleveland. And he was the number 1 wide receiver for them now that Cooper is traded, and he got 1 catch last game. 1.
Yep. Now here's the thing. I wish no ill will on anyone. I try not to anyway. However, Jerry Jeudy was a very me player. He was all about himself. He was all about his targets. He was all about his money. Huh?
But his footwork. Have you seen those footwork videos?
Oh, for crying out loud. I've seen them from both him and Russell Wilson. What does that prove? But the point I'm trying to make, he was a very me player, and it wasn't good for the Broncos.
No.
It was not. Yo, bro, dude needed to go. Yeah. All right. Now, who I do miss, Timmy P. I miss TP Streets.
He's balling, and he's going to ball more because Jamison Williams just got suspended.
Yep.
So, Tim Patrick's going to ball out in Detroit.
He's absolutely just such a phenomenal play, doing such a phenomenal job up there for a team that is currently in a win now situation. Like this is the bet. Tim Patrick has the best opportunity I think he'll ever have in his career to win a ring with the Detroit Lions.
And not only that, he renegotiated his contract this year to be like $1 million because he wanted to stay with the Broncos. But he's going to play himself into some more money, like
big money.
He's going to play that well,
big money. So that's who I miss. I don't miss Jerry Jeudy. I don't get rid of jerseys. I've already made that very clear of players that I have been on this team. I bought their jersey. They still hang in my closet. I may never wear them again, but my Jerry Jeudy jersey is still hanging in the closet, but it will stay there. It won't ever be worn, not because it has some significant meaning to me, but because I'm just going to let it, forget that I'm just going to let it collect dust. I also have a Shane Ray jersey in there too, okay? But
tisk.
Hey,
you need a consultant before you buy jerseys, Johnny.
No. Listen,
those are 2 high misses.
That was another one where I was a huge fan of Shane Ray in college.
Mizzou, I guess.
Mizzou, and as soon as we drafted him, I'm like, I wanted them to draft him because I thought he would be something in the NFL. I really did. And as soon as we drafted him, I ordered my Shane Ray jersey because I was excited. Turned out to be a bust. But like I said, I've spent way too much damn money on jerseys. to throw them away or whatever other people say. So anyway, let's why don't we just do a quick segment of the phrases incomplete before we go ahead and get out of here for the night. We missed segments last week, so it'd be kind of fun to do one right now. So everyone, this is the phrase is incomplete. Aha! This is the phrase is incomplete. It's a very easy segment, guys. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun doing it. All right. It's very simple. We make a each one of us will make several statements where we leave something out of the statement, be it a stat or a name or something else. And then we take turns and you in the chat fill in the blank. It's a very simple concept. Now, Jay, do you want to go first or should I?
No, I'll go first.
Yeah.
So, coupled with the fact that Courtland Sutton didn't record a catch last game, blank will be the receiving leader for the Denver Broncos this week.
I like that.
He's going to be highlighted.
I want to say Troy Franklin, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say Devon Vele is going to be the receiving leader of the Denver Broncos in week 7. No, week 7? My brain hurts. We're what? No, right. Week 8. Week 8. Sorry. Yeah, week 8 against the Carolina Panthers. All right. Devon Vele has absolutely stepped up, just like Troy Franklin in the last 2 games. We've seen multiple targets to him. He definitely had a drop last game that was, I would not call it egregious because the ball was slightly thrown behind him and he had to turn and try to rein it in. It was catchable. So I'd like him to get, hauling a few more of those catchable passes. However, I think just like I've said about Bo, I'm seeing good progress from him week in, week out. And with how well Troy Franklin did last game, I think we're gonna see a few more double teams on Franklin, opening up the field for Devon Vele to make a few more catches. So Devon Vele will be the receiving leader of the Denver Broncos in week 8. What say you?
Well, real quick, Kamani comes in saying Troy Franklin. He agrees with you. The tides are leaning that way. The trends are leaning that way. I'm going to have you put a little tinfoil hat on because 'tis the season with trade deadline coming around here. Hold
on. I've got to twist it up a little bit. It's a little loose.
You know me, Johnny. I'm all about these tinfoils.
I know, dude. Like that. Like Signs is your favorite movie, isn't it? Yeah, you ain't got to lie to me. You know you love Joaquin Phoenix.
So we talked about how the playbook opened up. We saw the Sean Payton offense finally last game, right? Is it a coincidence that we saw the worst game out of Courtland Sutton in the same breath? I don't think it is. No. But on the flip side of it, I think that kind of shows you where our future's going and where our priorities are. And so for this week, where we theoretically are facing a very soft defense, is going to be a highlight show for Courtland Sutton. So it is going to be massive target shares for Courtland Sutton to highlight him. See if we can get someone on the hook for a good trade, because I still think Courtland Sutton is a guy that is not a part of our future. And I still think if the offer's right, we would trade him. We're not going to give him away for peanuts. We've already said that.
Well, you could get a 3rd or a 4th rounder for him.
But if he balls out and there's a team desperate enough where there are contenders out there that are desperate enough, we get a 3rd for him, I would take that in a heartbeat.
Maybe a player?
Yeah, I would take that in a heartbeat. I really would. We're not going to get a 2nd for him.
No, but God, no.
If we could get a 3rd for Courtland Sutton and we could highlight him to show that, like, he's healthy, he's good to go, he's ready,
Let's go.
The key to that though, and you asked the question: is it any coincidence that we've seen a drop off from him in the last few weeks? Yes and no. Okay. I think you're right. It does in some ways. By the way, I've also switched over now from the American League Finals to the Avs game, and yeah, it's 2-1 Avs over the Kraken right now. It's a good feeling. So
Screw Philip Grubauer.
absolutely, I miss Grubauer actually a lot.
I don't at all. Much like I don't miss Darcy Kemper, and I will not miss Gorgiev when he's gone.
How the hell do you not miss Darcy Kemper? We would not have won the cup without Darcy Kemper.
Yeah, but Darcy Kemper has been straight dog poo-poo ever since he left. He's terrible.
Yeah, ever since he left. If he'd stayed here, we might have won 2 more cups.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Don't get me started.
To go back, I digress. But I digress. Back to Courtland Sutton. We've also seen that teams have discovered and are utilizing his kryptonite, which is a heavy zone defense.
Okay, you talked about that last.
I did. 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. Chargers and Saints. We've seen heavy zone defenses, which effectively eliminates the 50-50 ball. And let's just be honest, without the 50-50 ball, Courtland Sutton would be selling insurance. So,
that's blasphemy.
It's not blasphemy at all. It's a fact. Look at almost every single career highlight moment from Courtland Sutton. It's on a 50-50 ball. He's not a breakaway player. He's not a middle of the field guy.
He should be.
He should be, but he's not, and he never has been. And the guy's been in the league, what, 8 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no. So it may not be completely coincidental that we're seeing the way we're going there, but it also does have a lot to do with the defenses that have been played against us the last several weeks as well. So I don't know, but I like your thinking. That, it could be a game where we highlight him for the purpose of possibly getting some compensation for him. All right. So that I don't see any other phrase fill-ins for that one in the comments. So I'm going to go ahead and give mine. We are now going into week 8. The season is effectively half over. Will be effectively half over this week. Based on original predictions for the season, wins, losses, and based on what our current record and what we have seen so far, the Denver Broncos' final record for the 2024 season will be blank. Yeah, I got you on this one, don't I? Keeping in mind, we've lost a game that we had said we should have won. And we've also won games that we had said initially we should have lost.
All right. So you're making me do this.
Oh, I don't make you do anything. You've always done what you want to do, cuz.
I just heard this similar discussion, and I need to bring up our schedule because this is a realistic thing, and I was a little taken back by it when someone said it initially. But then I thought about oh, okay, they broke it down to the pathway to get to this, and I was like, well, this actually, I don't necessarily disagree with this.
While you're doing that, Kamani pops in and says the Broncos will be 10-7, which is right in line with what we said, what we predicted at the beginning of the season.
Yep. So that is exactly my prediction as well. 10-7. And that's a playoff team, bud. That's a playoff team. That's a wild card just sneaking in. 10 wins. That's totally realistic. That's not pie in the sky stuff.
Nope.
even if we split, that is on the premise that maybe split the road contests of Baltimore and Kansas City. Defense travels.
Absolutely. Absolutely, it does.
That's my exact prediction, Kamani.
I love it. You know, I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna be a little more boring. One thing I've seen is that we are still struggling to get it done in the games that we should get it done in. And so I'm gonna keep it a little bit more conservative. Just a little, literally by one game. And mine is actually the exact same as our buddy D-Rock. Mine is the number he originally punches in there. 9 and 8, I think, is a healthy prediction. I want it to be more, and hey, if I am wrong, dude, shout it to the ceiling. Baki was wrong! I will take that lump happily. But like I said, we have lost games. We absolutely should have been winning. We have won games where we seemingly had no chance. So it's so hard right now to truly predict what's going to happen.
Well, okay, let me break this down for you. We're going to beat the Panthers, right? That should be a dub.
It should be
5. I'm going to skip steps here. We're beating the Raiders. We're
Absolutely.
going to beat the Raiders again. So that's 6. We're going to beat the Cleveland Browns. They suck badly and will only be worse as they continue. That's another dub.
They're on a fire sale, dude. They're selling everything.
The Chargers look terrible. I don't know how we lost to them the first time.
I don't either.
That's another dub. And then the Colts look terrible as well. We have that game at home.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dub. That's 4 dubs, almost guaranteed.
That's 8 right there.
Yeah. So we just need to split this road of Baltimore, Kansas City. Split it. That there's that, and then you beat either the Bengals or the Chiefs again.
Honestly, it shouldn't be a problem beating the Bengals. They look like a shell of the team they once were.
It's totally doable. 9 or 10. 9 or 10 is where it's at. And what a successful season that would be, given the predicament preseason.
Yes, absolutely. So I like it. All right. Thank you, guys, for those. Jay, do you have another incomplete phrase you'd like to give out tonight? Any others?
You know, I'd love. No, do you?
Go for Nathan McKinnon just now.
Ooh,
Avalanche up 3-1. All the small things. Sorry, I still get.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Oh no! Camera down! Hold on, guys. I'll see you. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
You guys get the behind the scenes look
at the ceiling. Nothing exciting.
Here, I'll give you an incomplete. It's really an either or there. Here.
Either or there.
An either or there. Avalanche or Nuggets to win a championship this year to end the show here.
Okay, so between the Avalanche and the Nuggets, blank will win a championship?
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the second period, by the way. Oh my god, hang on. That camera is all cattywampus. I don't like it. There we go. Much more better, I think. There we go. There we go. We're back to the norm.
Kamani, okay. First Jerry Judy, now you say Bucks?
Come on, Kamani.
Come on. What are you doing to me?
Come on. Come on, man. Come on. No.
Nope.
No, I don't.
Get back and sing it for a vomit!
have it, won't have it.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, based on the Avalanche are what? They're in how many games this season now? We're what, game 4?
So here's a fast fun fact: they are 2-4, and the last time the Avalanche were 2-4, we won the cup.
Okay, but what I've seen so far, I'm not happy with the Avs right now. So,
yeah,
because of how high I am still on my Denver Nuggets, this season, the Denver Nuggets will bring home the trophy. So,
D-Rock.
Come on, man.
Are you talking in-season tourney? Because go ahead, keep raising those banners.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody cares.
Oh.
Nobody cares.
Come on, he says I live in Milwaukee. Okay, I'll get off your balls. But you still, we'll give you the belief, but we disagree with you vehemently.
Respect for the small market teams in the NBA. I give respect for that.
Absolutely, because we are one.
Yeah.
Which is by the way, I was disgusted by the fact that that I saw the hype video for tip-off week or for tip-off Thursday, and there was not a single shot of a Nuggets player in there, not one. And I'm like, are you serious?
Rocky made an appearance, but no Nuggets player.
Dude, I'm like, you have the 3-time currently reigning NBA MVP, and he's not in that video?
Yeah, but he don't want to be a part of all that crap.
It don't matter what he wants. He is still the MVP. His face, at least, or a shot of him on the court should have been in that video somewhere. Dude, I'm so sick of the damn disrespect, man.
Oh, it's redemption here. It's, we're going to be reminding people that the Nuggets are not to be messed with. Our whole core is back. Like,
all of them.
All
of them.
Forget about it.
And now you got Russell Westbrook backing up the guards.
I'll take him over KCP. There's a hot take. I'll absolutely take Westbrook over KCP.
And our strength of bench is going to be a lot stronger this season than it was last. Last season, all the love in the world to Reggie Jackson for coming in and doing everything he could. But he just wasn't enough to make up for what Bruce Brown had been to that bench. And now you got Russell Westbrook in there. He is enough, and he will be enough. He might even be better than when Bruce Brown was leading our bench. In a big way. So
Russell Westbrook will be just a game changer for the whole team. Can't wait.
Absolutely. Well, and we've already heard it. We've already heard it from his teammates. You heard it. A lot of people were going when the trade happened to bring Russell. You pointed at him. A lot of people were saying when we made the trade to bring Russell Westbrook to Denver, like, ooh, what does this mean for Jamal Murray? And Jamal's gonna be pissed, and this, that, and the other. Jamal Murray literally went on the record saying, dude, he lights a fire under us. He is so special, and his presence here has only made us better.
Yep.
He's not here to steal Jamal Murray's job. He's not here to take his job. But he is gonna he's gonna back him up perfect.
You mean to jerk a juror? They took our jabs.
They took our jabs. Yes, absolutely. They took our jabs. Who we all got in the world? Who do we got in the World Series? Yankees or Dodgers? Oh, honestly, Dodgers. I think we'll walk away with it. I don't like either one, but
I had a really good buddy that passed this year, and he was a massive Yankee fan. So I will hang my hat on Yankees this year just for that.
Well, and you all know that my best friend is Isaiah, the co-host of the show when he can be here. And he is from Los Angeles and a diehard Dodgers fan. So I'll support the Dodgers in the name of Isaiah, and Jay, you will support the Yankees in the name of your friend. May he rest in peace. I know who you're talking about, and I'm so sorry. Kamani says he thinks it's the Yankees. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I honestly don't care because my team isn't in it. So
I don't care either.
I really don't give a damn. I'll watch it because it's a World Series, but I don't give a damn who walks away with it. Oh, Kamani also said, I got a good question, but I will hold it to next month on the 4th. Oh, no, please don't hold the question now that I know that it's there. I'm not going to be able to sleep until for the next
Think
2
about
weeks.
it forever until the 4th, Kamani.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to sleep for 2 weeks until he asks this question. Oh, I hate that.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Yeah, right? Oh, God. Oh, but, guys, this has been such a great episode. I've had a lot of fun tonight. I know you have too, Jay. At least I think you have. But, aside from your early internet issues.
And I'm fine now. Haven't had problems for a hot sec here. So
I know.
What's going on?
You might want to check and see if some of your neighbors are siphoning your bandwidth there, bud.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Degenerates.
Monsters. You're a monster.
Yep.
But
that soundbite go. We need to get that back.
Oh no, I have it. It's there it is.
You're a monster.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
You. Needed that.
And we're gonna finish this episode with a sound that it's just my favorite right now.
I thought you said go, Bo, go.
Yo, one of my favorite comedy movies of all time, the 2003 remake of The Dukes of Hazzard. Absolutely comedy gold in my opinion. I loved every second.
Jessica Simpson.
Oh. But to be honest, there were so many one-liners in that movie that for me and my wife, we will watch that movie like 6-7 times a year, and we can quote the whole thing frontwards and backwards. But go, Bo, go! And guys, we're gonna march into march back in. We marched. I made this joke in the bio for today. The Broncos marched the Saints. Get it? Marched the Saints out of their own dome this last week. Now we get to go home and ride the Carolina Panthers out of our own stadium on a rail. We got this, y'all. Let's go get that 5-3. All right, I'm pumped for it. I know you are. Thank you for joining us on tonight's episode of the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast. No, Kamani says Trump or Harris. I'm not answering that. We stay apolitical, my friend. I'm sorry. I will not. I choose to keep the Orange and Blue Network completely politics free. That's just how we choose to keep it.
I'll be writing in Bo Nix.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. Let's do it. Bo Nix for president. Kamani Dixon predicts Broncos 29, Panthers 13. All right. And then, of course, he throws in there, since we were talking about it, Daisy Duke. Oh, my God. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But thank you guys for joining us on tonight's episode of the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast here on the Orange and Blue Network and on MHRT Network. Please, if you liked what you saw, if you liked what you heard, and you haven't already, like, subscribe, share, comment on YouTube, X, Facebook. Check out the audio version of all of our podcasts wherever you listen to your favorites for Orange and Blue Network. But then also jump over to MHRT Network. Like, subscribe, share, comment on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and MHRT's even on Instagram. Have some fun with it, you guys. We appreciate you all very much. We love you. We will see you this Sunday, 1 hour before game time, for the Get Bucked Game Day show. And don't forget to check out Broncos Talk tomorrow night.
What? Just real quick, Johnny. KB82.
Oh, he's in the house.
At the 11th hour.
That's our boy, Kenny Booker. Love you, man.
Love you, buddy.
He wants to know
if I'm going to the Nuggets Clippers game. I wish. I don't have any scheduled Nuggets games to attend. I'm just trying to get Altitude Plus on my phone. That's a whole different thing.
Hey, Kenny, I promise you this. I don't know when in the season. I don't know what period of the season. I will be making it to Denver for at least one Nuggets game this year. Last season, I made it for 4. So I'm going to make it for at least one. I'm going to save the money, whatever I got to do to come to one game. I will let you know when I'm coming to town.
I'm already committed to a Nuggets game in Minnesota.
Ah,
But
yes.
I have to come to a Denver game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be catching the Nuggets at Memphis, at least once. Making the drive to, hopefully I don't get shot in Memphis, but
Memphis is gonna be good.
oh yeah, no, I'm more worried about the city than the team.
Well,
But
I mean,
Memphis is kind of. I'm not trying to talk dirty on Memphis to anybody who's from there, but man, the things I've seen about that city in the past few years, man, it's looking more and more like Detroit, and it's got me nervous.
we'll make a bad joke. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't even make it out.
Oh, Jay, no.
I told you I was making a bad joke.
No,
I
no.
warned you.
You
I warned you.
You grabbed that rubber band on your wrist and you snapped it, bud. That was bad.
That's
That
like
was
saying.
bad.
That's like saying, no offense, but.
Yeah, right. Kamani says, enjoyed you guys. We appreciate you, Kamani. With that being said, yeah, Kenny, I will let. Yeah, he said, wow, Jay. You know what? You're done. You're done.
I told you.
No, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have said that. But whatever, I'll forgive you. I hope the rest of our fan base can forgive you for that one.
No one's from Memphis.
Yeah, but a lot of them love Martin Luther King, bud. Anyway,
Well, it's a Memphis thing, not.
Anyway, Kenny, as soon when I am coming to Denver, I promise I'll hit you up and let you know. All right, bro, because we finally got to actually connect. Sit down, drink an old fashioned or two. Yeah, he says, but we're fans and Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
You know what, Jay? I feel like, you know what, Jay? I think you need to participate in a march to make up for that one.
Hey, I was on the Martin Luther King side of it. All right.
I know you were. I was too.
On the Memphis side of it, I don't like Memphis. I never have liked Memphis.
I don't like going to Memphis either, but if it means seeing my Nuggets and showing up there and getting to rub some Grizzlies fans' faces in a Nuggets win, I'm totally down for it.
Yep.
That being said, guys, this has been a lot of fun. We're going to go ahead and bounce out of here. We're going to leave you with this. Make sure you catch Broncos Talk tomorrow night with a 6'10" Mexican, maybe with Tywai. I don't know if he's going to be back yet. Don't forget to catch us 1 hour before. No, he doesn't, Kenny.
Kenny.
He says Jay thinks Martin Luther King is overrated. No, we don't.
Well, if you look,
We have terribly dark senses of humor. Okay. Oh, Jay, you need to go. We're not even Catholic, bud, but you need to go to confession. All right, guys, don't forget to catch us 1 hour before game time this Sunday for the Get Bucked Game Day show, and then we'll be live after the game also for the Buck Your Feelings post-game show. I'm the Mile High Viking. That's the Denver Dream. We love you guys, and we will catch you next time. Go Broncos!
Orange and blue, we're here for you. Talking Broncos all day through. No stopping us, we're on the loose. Come join the crew, no bad news. Podcast vibes so fresh and true. Nothing rhymes with orange and blue. Catching up on all that we knew. Hit play, let the episodes accrue. Nothing rhymes with